Yo, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy, Big Monster Methodized Vids. Here to talk y'all ears off and ramble on about some shit that I feel like fucking talking. I just want to welcome y'all to Vaping and Hip Hop. It ain't cigars, nigga, but it's my shit. Shout out my partner, Stan, the cameraman. You know what I'm saying, the Methodized Vids also. We out here working, trying to get y'all some new material. We busy, trying to get shit done. I know I'm a little slow on a video thing, but I'm gonna pick my shit back up. But, you know, first episode, and I wanted to touch on something that, on a group, a label that really inspired me growing up. Most of y'all was out here and y'all was rocking with Murder Inc. Shout out to them. And then y'all was rocking with Rockefeller. Oh, shout out to him. In that late 90s period, there was only one group that I was fucking with. Double R, D, Y, Siobhan, The Creators, DMX, Eve, Drag On, Jadakiss, Chic Luch, Styles P, Young One, Swiss Beats, you know what I'm saying, Parlay, Infrared Cross. I was so high on all of their music. I first got my first listen, obviously, with DMX when he dropped It's Dark and Hell Is Hot. My brother used to buy the CDs because he either had a job, because he had a job back then. So he would cop the CDs. And me being a little brother, he treated me like shit, so nigga wasn't letting me hold on to them shits. I was sneaky though. That nigga went to work. Nigga, I took all his fucking CDs, nigga, and I was fucking recording them shits on my tapes. I had the tapes, put it in the tape deck, put the CD in the deck, and then record that shit and had his shit back in his room before that nigga got home. But I was Ruff Ryders for everything, man. It's Dark and Hell Is Hot was my shit. That was my introduction. That's when DMX became like God MC to me. Wasn't no rapper in this game fucking with DMX. DMX was that nigga. It still is to this fucking day. There's only two rappers I claim as God MCs. That's Eminem and there's X. Nobody else is on their fucking level or will ever reach their level. DMX, I got to listen to all his albums. When I started getting my money, I was able to cop his albums myself. Just fucking big DMX fan, just blasting that shit. And niggas was so on Jay-Z back in the day. And I'm sitting here reading these niggas facts about how Jay-Z was his shit, how X beat fucking Jay in a rap battle. You know what I'm saying? And even how Dame Dash admitted that shit. And I got that shit out of his fucking, his biography book, Earl. You know what I'm saying? When I had that shit. You know, Ride or Die Volume 1, when I got to listen to that, that was my shit because it introduced me to everybody on Ruff Ryders at the time. You know, obviously, like I said, niggas knew X. You know, niggas didn't know who Drag was. Niggas didn't really talk too much about the Locks. Niggas wasn't really talking about Eve. You know, down here in Tampa, you know, coming from Philly to Tampa, niggas wasn't talking about them. Down Bottom was big, you know what I'm saying? What Y'all Really Want, Eve joint, you had Jay-Z even had a fucking solo track on fucking Volume 1. But my shit on that was Dope Money. They went on to have 3 or 4 Volume 2. You know what I'm saying? I think it was Fright Night, the joint with Swiss Beats and Busta Rhymes. That was my banger off that whole album. Parlay, the R&B group on it, man, they had their bangers on it too, but my favorite joint came from the vid that they did, you know what I'm saying, on the documentary joint. If y'all ever see that, I had to go out and, because I had the VHS back then, I had to go find a fucking DVD joint. And I finally got that shit off Amazon. Niggas couldn't tell me shit about them. Everybody in the group album I was copping if it dropped. I copped like Drag albums. I had all the Eve albums. I had Locks, obviously, first album, We Are the Street. You know, which made me go back and buy that album that they had with Money, Power, Respect, which they had with Puff. Jadakiss when he dropped his solo album. Styles when he dropped his solo. Chic when he dropped his solo. You know what I'm saying? Even though like they started kind of like branching out and doing their own thing. Lox had D-Block. You know, X had Bloodline. Drag ended up having Hood Environment. Swiss had Full Surface. Because of that umbrella that Ruff Ryders had, I followed everyone. You know, it's a shame though. One thing I do, like I never got the Parlay album. You know, I don't even think that ever dropped. I was looking for that. Infrared and Cross album, I was highly looking for that. When Fiend signed to Ruff Ryders, and on the back of the booklet when they're telling you who about to drop, you know, Fiend was on there, and I was hyped when he signed, because after listening to Ruff Ryders Volume 3 and hearing him on the tracks, like I like, damn, this nigga kind of raw. He deep voice, gutter shit, and I was looking for his shit, but I never got it. But I tell you, throughout all the members in that shit, man, you know, you had Cassidy being introduced when nigga was on fucking the Larceny track with Young One on Volume 2. And that's when I found out about fucking Cass, because that nigga's nothing against Shiz and Akbar, but Cass' verse was like, damn, the feeling, man, like coming up late 90s, early 2000s, and you listening to all this street shit, nigga. I wasn't into, you know, the popish hip-hop shit, and I'm still not to this day. If it ain't lyrics, bars, and street shit, I really don't fuck with it. But that was just me. I wasn't really talking about any fucking rappers if you weren't Ruff Ryders. They are the kind of, those are the artists that I would listen to, and like when I was rapping and writing all the time, like those niggas was my inspiration. All these other, you know, when niggas was back to the snaps and Atlanta music, no offense to Atlanta, but when niggas was on the snap shit and music changed, oh man, that shit was heartbreaking. Because I knew the niggas I was listening to wasn't getting the same respect that they needed. You know, things turned away from up north shit. Niggas wasn't fucking with New York rap no more. You know, Eve, you know what I'm saying? Eve, even though her shit was successful, because Shorty ended up fucking, you know, still dropped like platinum albums, then went on to do movies and shit. Lox was still holding down the streets with everything. You know, X was in the movies for a time being, but then, you know, had some turmoil in his life. You know, one of the craziest moments though, one of the fucking craziest moments was me watching 106 in Park, and I ain't know. But I was following Jim back then, and I remember the day that nigga whipped out the chain. It was like Ruff Ryders. Oh man, I was like, what? Nigga, you just signed to the greatest fucking label of all time. Fuck everybody else, Ruff Ryders, nigga. And Jen was the shit for what he was doing, but his album never, and I don't blame that on him. I blame that on a lot of, you know, back then. I think when he signed, he wasn't on Interscope. Because I know Ruff Ryders ended up leaving Interscope and with the Virgin Records. You know, and then, you know, shit wasn't, Virgin Records, it wasn't as powerful as Interscope. So a lot of, you know, their pushes wasn't what it wasn't that successful, you know. Nigga, I'm still happy to throw in the documentary, Ruff Ryders documentary, and a lot of times I throw that in, make me pull out my pen and pad again. That was the illest documentary ever. I don't know if y'all niggas see it, but I remember when they had the two big niggas fighting in the dog pit. Take it to the streets, man. That shit was real. That shit was real. You know, when X hit up fucking that McDonald's and bumped into his homeboy aunt, you know what I'm saying? Just everything, man. And I know I'm rambling, but this is what y'all here for. Listen to someone who really enjoys something, man. And it was, Ruff Ryders was my biggest enjoyment coming up through my teen years and shit, just because everything was so street. Even when Eve was going to more of a, you know, pop kind of hip hop, you know what I'm saying? She always had still like that street bangers on it. I think it was the Scorpion joint. I think it was the Scorpion album. When she had like Thug in the Streets, she had everybody on it except for X. I'm a thug in the streets and I know what to do. If you fucking with me, I'ma fuck with you. I ain't even really knocking because all them niggas is doing shit. Drag is still killing it right now. That nigga dropping videos. Locks is always gonna forever do they shit. To me, they the, you know what I'm saying, these niggas don't stop. They keep going. All of them. Styles just drop shit. You know what I'm saying? 2 fucking albums. His own joint and his shit with Dave East. You know, Eve kind of just doing TV and shit now, which is dope. I follow her. X, I can't wait till he get back out because, like, I just want, I need another X album. When the last joint, Blood Red, that was my shit. Niggas couldn't understand, but I had that shit turned up in my whip. You know what I mean? My favorite era of hip hop came because of them. All that shit. Again, I just wish some of the albums that were supposed to drop, I wish they would have dropped. But still, whatever. The singles I got from them, I still fuck with. As y'all can see, I love Ruff Ryders. Every single member that I got to listen to and I got to hear their shit, somehow I became a fan. Artists that y'all don't even remember, like Flashy and Cartoon, Asia, you know what I'm saying? Niggas don't really know about them because they was really low. Niggas don't even really know shit about Infrared and Cross, you know what I'm saying? But I knew some of their shit and I always wanted to hear their shit. Yeah, man, I think I talked y'all up enough. You know what I'm saying? I want to thank y'all for whoever tunes into it. Thank you for the supportive people who support me doing what I'm doing. I got more videos coming. You know what I'm saying? Follow our page on Instagram and YouTube. You know, I'll have links available to y'all. But Instagram, EYEZ VIDZ. That's my film and photography group, me and Stan. You know, mine, I am Big Moss, follow that. Stan the cameraman, go follow that. And just, you know, when y'all get time, man, like everybody damn near got iTunes and Spotify. Just go back and remember just that gritty street shit that you was able to get from listening to the whole Ruff Ryders, all of them. You know, go support them niggas because that was talent. I know there ain't too much out there now, but go listen. Man, I waited all day to get this. It's finally a wrap. I'll see y'all on episode 2. I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but the Philly boy going to run his mouth some more. Maybe some hip hop stories of my shit. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to talk to y'all. And hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Hopefully y'all can hear the passion I had listening to them. And I hope that goes out and y'all want to go listen to the shit that I grew up listening to. But as for now, deuces. I'll holler at y'all later. Again, it ain't a cigar, but it's my shit. I don't follow shit. I do me. Deuces.
That's what you get for running your mouth. Ruff Ryders.